Oh, hello there. I'm Abraham Chor. Nice to meet you. Today I will test whether a banana will produce ethylene gas that promotes ripening of fruit. In this case, we have nice fresh red apples. In this experiment, we will require an apparatus of a plastic bag sealer and materials including 2 plastic bags, 2 apples, and 4 bananas in a bunch. I will put this nice fresh red apple into a plastic bag along with my 4 bananas. Give me a moment to sort this out, please. And I will proceed to seal the bag using the plastic bag sealer. This will prevent animals from getting to the fruits as well as my goodness, it's not working. Now I will seal up the plastic bag because it prevents animals such as lizards from getting to the apples, as well as preventing any atmospheric gases from meddling with our results. So please give me a moment while I seal this off. This will now be our banana and apple plastic bag. It's been nice and sealed. We shall now label this plastic bag A. I've put a little A over here. You can see that it's pretty much airtight. Moving on, we will put only an apple into plastic bag B. So I shall proceed to put same size, same ripeness, same color apple into plastic bag B, and I shall use the plastic bag sealer to seal up the bag. So as you can see, this plastic bag is sealed and I shall label it plastic bag B. With this completed, I will store both of these in a cool, dry place, a safe distance from each other, just in case these bags aren't as airtight as we think they are. We shall have to wait, and I'll check back on these every day to see how they are progressing. I'll see you next time.
Welcome to the why session while we wait for the result. I'm Felicia, your personal narrator throughout this journey. What is ethylene? Ethylene is a gas known as the fruit ripening hormone. Basically, every fruit produces ethylene throughout their life cycle, but based on the responses to ethylene during maturation, they can be classified into 2 major groups: climacteric and non-climacteric fruits. Climacteric fruits ripen with a burst of ethylene production. Climacteric fruits can also respond to the external ethylene to increase their ripening rate. Examples of climacteric fruits are bananas and apples. The second group is non-climacteric fruits, that the ethylene production remains the same during the ripening process, thus it ripens slower. However, similar to climacteric fruits, they can respond to external ethylene and speed up the ripening process. These fruits include citrus fruits, strawberries, and grapes. Ethylene is not merely a ripening factor of fruits, it is an important plant hormone that regulates plant life cycle. It also promotes abscission, sex expression, determining sex of flower, stimulates flower and leaf senescence, and stimulates shoot and root growth and differentiation. How to know apple is ripened? Number 1. The changes in color. Unripe apple is a bit greenish, while the ripe apple is fully red. The presence of chlorophyll in unripe fruits made them green. The chlorophyll breaks down and is replaced by orange carotenoids and red anthocyanins when they are ripened. These compounds avoid the fruits to oxidize quickly. Number 2. Texture. The texture of unripe apple is firm and hard, while the texture of ripe apple is soft. Number 3. Ground color. Ground color of a fruit is which the areas of the skin with no red or purple coloration display the ground color or degree of green color. The skin contains chlorophyll, which degrades as fruit ripens, causing the fruit to turn from green to yellow then to red. Why are unripe fruits hard and firm? Fruits change color as they ripen. The green apple is hard and attractive, while the red apple is more attractive and has certain features to show the ripening by its softness and sweetness. Fruit softness is affected by the fluid pressure inside the plasma membrane that called Turgor pressure and breakdown of polysaccharide of cell wall by action of enzyme. For fruit sweetness, there is an increase in the breakdown of starch inside the fruits and a corresponding increase in the amount of simple sugars which taste sweet, such as sucrose, glucose, and fructose, and production of complex compound that release pleasant smell.
Alright, I'm back. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you have before you is, give me a moment, plastic bag A, and plastic bag B. If you remember from 3 days ago, these are the plastic bags that we fill with one banana and apple. I will open plastic bag B first because this is our control and you will notice that I have a glove on one hand. I will use this glove to handle potentially rotten fruits. In this experiment, the aim is to determine if ethylene speeds up the ripening process. So now I'll teach you how to tell a ripe fruit from an even riper fruit, because both these apples look to be ripe on the surface, but if you look a little closer, you'll actually see that there are three key differences. First one is a change in color. Normally with these apples, you would get a change from green when they are unripe to red when they are ripe and to a paler shade and eventually black when it starts degrading. However, the apple that I hold in my hand for you shows absolutely no sign of degrading in terms of color. This might be because industries normally apply wax to the outer layers of the apple in order to prevent discoloration, which would mean that our experiment results are slightly off. But no matter, moving on. Texture. You know what the ladies at the shopping mall say?
Use your fingernail to poke the apple. And
Okay, nice and firm. Yes, this apple, the control apple from packet B, is nice and firm. Generally speaking, you want a hard, firm apple to show that it's ripe and in good condition to eat. If this apple was mushy and really let your fingernails in, then it wouldn't be a good apple. And finally, we'll be looking at something called ground color. It's the area under the stem here. So the idea being that if the ground color is green, you have a medium, not yet ripe apple. If the ground color is green/yellow, you have a nice ripe apple. If it starts getting paler than that into yellow and beyond, you have an apple that's not fresh. What we have here is a yellow bordering on black, which means, according to my references, it's not fresh. I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, but it's yellow bordering on black. But it is firm, which brings us to the next packet. To be honest, I'm a little scared because there's water in the packet showing that the fruits have been breeding and getting rotten. To be honest, I'm scared. Wish me luck. This is bag A, and I'm about to crack it open. It smells. So first of all, we have our source of ethylene gas, the banana, depending on which part of the country you're from. Ugh, they're rotten. Ugh. Okay, I do not want. No. Blech. Kids, this is why you wear gloves when you're doing an experiment.
no.
Okay, so I apologize for the unprofessional response. As you can see here, our ethylene gas provider, the banana, is rotten. It smells bad. I'm about to throw up. I'll be back. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a bad ending for our ethylene gas provider. We used a banana because these fruits are these bananas are climacteric fruits. When they ripen, they give out extreme amounts of ethylene gas, which should give us a riper riper apple. So we have apple from package A here. Let's grade the ripeness of this apple again. First of all, the change in color. This does have a wax layer as well. You can see that the color is not much changed from the first day, which would mean that we can't really evaluate these fruits in terms of color. However, in terms of firmness, this apple is sus. Yes. This is what the ladies at the shopping centers tell you to look out for. I'm not very sure if you can see on the camera, but there is a soft spot right around here. If you put your finger on it and you press down, you can feel an indentation. You can feel like it's squishy. Not a good squishy, like gummy bear squishy. This indicates that it's degraded. Let me consult my notes for a moment. The cells in the fruit have lost their turgor, forgive my pronunciation, and they have started to rot. And finally, we shall be able to compare the ground colors. Allow me a few moments while I present to you two apples in one hand. From this distance, I doubt you'll be able to see a difference in the color. So this apple from bag A, the one with the soft spot, does have a darker colored ground spot compared to the control B, which indicates that this apple has ripened somewhat faster to our control apple. Do note that although our experiment failed to detect ripeness in terms of color, we have successfully detected ripeness in terms of fruit firmness as well as ground color. Apart from the previous three factors that I mentioned, we can also judge the ripeness by giving these a quick cut. So first of all, I shall eye this really carefully. Yeah, I'm a posh man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a closer look at the more precise colors of apples A and B. You can see that apple A has discolored and it's unevenly colored. You can see that there are rings going through its center, like these. The rings here are not as prominent. You can see that the flesh has badly discolored, and you can see the soft spots here. I'm going to throw these away. There. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, ethylene speeds up the ripening process of fruits.